Hello, this is the weekly reading for June 1st through 7th. And we still have the retrogrades that we've been having. The main ones that I want to start with are Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, and the North Node. And the ones that we have been having are Saturn, Pluto, and the North Node. Saturn is getting rid of negative habits, people, things in our life and restructuring them. That's why you feel the distance between people and things that do not serve you. Pluto is revisiting life challenges that we've had in relationships. If you are the type to cling, you are revisiting that, and it's making it harder for you because it's time for you to let that go. We also have North Node, and that is with your life direction. So with those three things, Saturn, Pluto, and the North Node in retrograde, that enough is restructuring our life and getting rid of things that we no longer need, okay? Neptune has been in retrograde from the 18th of June. Yeah, the 18th of June to the 1st. Yes, to the 1st of this month. And that was about review of our desires. So a lot of things that we wanted, we no longer want anymore. That is definitely going away. We're facing the consequences of actions that we have done in the past. Resetting personal limits, which is a part of that restructuring. Now we have Jupiter. Jupiter is in retrograde until next week sometime. And Jupiter is teaching us how to deal with our emotions and what they mean, okay? If we had a hard time with people, situations, they are starting to end going into next week. So you're going to start to feel a lot of animosity leaving you because you're going to change that part of your life or that instance. It no longer serves you, so you don't feel the need to cling to it anymore because of all of these retrogrades, which is really good. I'm going to pull something for that. The crown chakra, which I love. This is about connection to spirit and your own wisdom, which is the third eye. That's your own wisdom, your intuition, and those two things are starting to connect at this time. So you're starting to get some sort of understanding. This is a time that you are more spiritual, because if you're trying to cling, your spirituality will help you let it go in a more comfortable way, so it doesn't feel as though it's overwhelming you, because you know that you're doing it for the good of yourself, okay, and your future. So moving into the calendar, we have the sun in Cancer throughout this whole week and into the middle of the month. And the sun in Cancer is where you're focusing on yourself, your home, your future, the things that you're carrying with you, okay? You are being very nurturing and taking care more of yourself, I feel like, this week, okay, than others. Not saying that you're not, but your emotions are running deep and you're sensitive to certain things that you will not, that you normally would allow in your life. And we have temptation and triumph, which is the devil and the chariot. Hold on one second. I have to go turn my tea off. Thank you. Sorry about that. So temptation is about letting things go that no longer serve you, which is the element that you're in. right now, and learning how to move forward in your own will. Okay, making better decisions, having more power behind your decisions. Be careful, because with this, like I said, your emotions are running really deep because of the sun being in Cancer. So you may have a tendency to fall back into old patterns. But that's why the Devil card comes up as a reminder that these are the things that no longer serve you. So it's time for you to let them go, to move forward from them. Okay? There it is. This is the Eight of Cups. This talks about walking away from things that you have built into something new. And it's going to take a lot of soul searching for you, for some of you to do that. For some of you, it may be a little bit easier. I do feel the need to talk about letting things go and the after effects of feeling like you have made bad decisions. That is something that you're going to have to deal with yourself this week. But on the 5th, you have Chiron going into retrograde. And that's what's going to help you out, okay, so on Thursday. So Chiron in retrograde is going to help you clear out inner pain. The inner pain of feeling like you've made bad decisions because of your emotions, with the sun being in Cancer. And you're going on a path of learning how to master life in the way that is best for you. Okay, so you have the 7 of Cups and you have Shadow, which is the Moon card. So this is about making better choices in your life. Knowing that you have different paths and different options that you could have taken in your life, and clearing out the illusion of feeling like you have to do something or that you've made bad decisions, and to think more clearly so you can move forward on your own path, on what it is that you want to do after a moment of meditation, which I feel like has been the past month or the past weeks. The Moon card is about facing things, reflection on that, like I said before, reflecting, making changes, okay? Being skeptical about the things in your life opens you up to dialogue in areas of your life that you haven't been open to before. So that's very, very good, leading you to a path of self-understanding, okay? So thank you so much for listening. You'll see me in a second for the weekly readings. I love you very much. Love and light. Hello, Earth signs. This is your weekly reading for July 1st through 7th. So we'll start with Taurus. Let's see what Spirit has for Taurus. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, the Fool card. 10 of Wands in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. Hangman in reverse. 3 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck, there is the 7 of Swords in reverse and the 5 of Wands in reverse. Okay, Taurus. A disagreement or a fight, or just not seeing eye to eye with someone has ended, and the truth has come out. Okay? I feel like someone gave up on lying, or someone just gave up and the truth has come out. Honesty is what I hear. So someone made a brave move or a bad move, as I want to say. It's like in a moment of selfishness or being upset at the beginning of the week, someone spilled the guts. Maybe it felt like it was just too much being on them. And now you're on the outs, or even split up, or a breakup, a separation. You may feel mad though. It may have something to do with their family or your family being mad that you broke up with this person or separated from them. You may also be focusing on work now. This breakup or separation allows you to spend more time on what's important. Tower in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse. You definitely don't want to do this, like fight this or you may choose to even go back to this person because you don't want to fight with your family, or you don't want to break up your future, what you think is your future. This also feels like a passive approach. It's like treating yourself bad. Maybe accepting that that person just made a bad decision. But for some reason, you don't want it to change. Denial. I acknowledge my fear and I replace it with the insight of awareness. Do you realize your fear? Do you realize that you're afraid of change, that you don't want change to happen? Are you denying yourself the truth just to keep the peace or to not fight or argue? That doesn't seem fair, does it, Taurus? Okay, next we're going to have Virgo. Spirit, what do you have for Virgo for July 1st through 7th? What would you like for them to know, pay attention to, be aware of at this time? Magician in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse. And Nine of Swords. The High Priestess and the Eight of Pentacles, both in reverse. Wow, Virgo, what's going on this week? I feel like you were moving forward and you were doing really well, and you double back. Not paying attention, not listening to your intuition. You double back this week. Yeah, you're starting off the week not in the best mindset. It's like you're not using your potential. Because you're trying to move away from some sort of sadness. And find acceptance or a feeling of acceptance. You want someone to nurture. You're a nurturing person and you want someone to be warm and tender to, you know, and nice and kind. But I feel like you're kind of giving up. Like, well, this is the best bet for me. So the Judgment comes up in reverse because that tells me that you need to reevaluate what you're doing. It's like you made a mistake. And towards the end of the month, end of the week, excuse me, you're going to start to realize that and get a little worried. You know, like, oh my God, this was not good. This was not good. So you have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and an Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This could be between these two people. This could be feelings that you or they are having. And if it's a Sagittarius, they're trying to get your attention. They have a way about them. This Capricorn is very studious. It's like they're looking for something in you, in the world, something that kind of puts them together. They may be going to school as well. You have more time with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius than you do with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, if that's for you. But I feel like in the basis, you just want to feel good. You need a moment of feeling good, of having somebody notice or feel good about you. But you're going to learn. I feel like this is a learning process, that you're going to learn that this wasn't the best move by how you're feeling. And I just feel like you're going to learn this week. It's like you're going to hurt to learn a lesson. Not on purpose. I just think it's one of those lessons that has to make you feel a certain way so you can remember it. You have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. How perfect. Definitely. This failure is coming for you to learn a lesson, for you to see something. I feel like with this card, it's all going to come full circle. It is going to come full circle. Why do I feel like I need to zoom in a little bit? I hope y'all can see that. Okay. And we have Capricorn. Spirit, what do you have for Capricorn for July 1st through 7th? What would you like for them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of this week? We have the Page of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the World card, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Swords, and the Fool in reverse, Devil in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. Oof, this is a rough week, guys. It's because of those hard transits that we're going through, okay? All those retrogrades. But I feel like this week your passion for something is falling through. You're seeing that it doesn't fit you. It's not in your plans. And I feel like you're losing energy for it. Okay, it's not a priority anymore. You may be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or another Capricorn. That could be you. I see everyone here, because there I see Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So you're losing your passion for it. I feel like you're taking a moment to stop. Things may stop. Endings with the World card. Okay, so I feel like at the beginning of the week there's going to be a message, some sort of communication, and it doesn't sit right with you, or you're coming in with this. Okay, it's just not sitting right with you. It doesn't seem something that's cohesive with your future, with how you want to live your life, and you do feel bad about it. I feel like it feels like a misfortune. It's upsetting. It's not something that you wanted, but you move forward, especially with the Six of Swords. You move forward. You keep going. You don't let it stop you. Okay, I think towards the end of the week you're going to start to realize, and that's when Chiron goes in retrograde, is that even though you feel this way, it's making you learn a lesson. And with the World card, it feels like, well, this was a part that needed to end. It's completed. It's done. You know, like, I need to move on. It wasn't something that was great for me, so especially with the Devil card. It was kind of holding me back. I didn't have that passion. I'm using that energy when I can use it towards something else, right? But don't not learn the lesson. That's what I want to say with the Fool card in reverse. Don't feel vain, like well, I'm much better than them, da 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 da. No. It's like, have a little bit of discretion about the situation. Okay, make sure that this has meaning to you and understanding, so you don't have to go back through this again. You have the Three of Pentacles, and you have the Strength in reverse. Now, I do feel like this other person is trying to work with you. I do feel like they're making promises to kind of guide things back in their favor, but it doesn't seem to me like it works with you. You're hearing what they're saying, or you're hearing what they're presenting you, but it doesn't flow. Okay, you don't feel good about it, especially with the Strength card being in reverse. It doesn't. It doesn't feel like it connects with you. You're seeing this as a moment to be able to move on. Just don't take this lesson in vain, okay? You don't want this to happen to you again. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Maybe you don't want to be alone. Maybe you want to be sure that you're making the right... Why is it not focusing? Oh, there we go. Maybe you want to be sure that you're making the right decisions and that you're not making bad decisions. That's okay. Nothing is the matter with that. But you have to have the courage to move on and be strong and and know that you're making the right decisions for you. Okay? So thank you so much for listening, Capricorn. I will see you next week. I love you very much. Love and light. Bye-bye.